Yo, what is going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clock Master, and I just got back from watching Alita Battle Angel. Now, I'm going to keep this movie review, not movie. I'm going to keep this movie review relatively spoiler-free and short and straight to the point. First of all, guys, I got to say this. I spent the last month reading almost... I didn't get to finish the entire series, but I finished five or six out of the 9 volumes of the manga for the original Alita Battlestar Angel. What am I talking about? For the Alita Battle Angel. I keep saying Battlestar like Battlestar Galactica. For the original Alita Battle Angel. All right, get it. And I also watched the animated movie as well. And I got to say this, guys. After reading the manga page by page, panel by panel, I became such a huge fan of the series. I became such a huge fan of Alita. I become such a huge fan of just everything surrounding, you know, Zalem and the cyborgs and all of that. I think they're shoveling. Yeah, they're like shoveling because it's snowing where I'm at right now. Anyways, yeah. So I just became a whole fan of the entire world that was created for Alita and just the character itself. So going into watching this movie, I didn't really have too much expectation. Like, I was excited to watch it, but I was like, man, Rotten Tomatoes is really destroying this movie. This movie was like a 59% last time I checked on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, dang, they really destroying this film. But then going into the movie, and I went in with some of the members from Paladins of Cosplay, some friends, and we were watching it, and I'm like, okay, big guys, this movie is page for page from the manga and from the movie, from the animated movie. So the movie took some inspiration, well, not inspiration, like literally page for page, but they tweaked around a couple, like some names and some minor details that didn't really add too much into the story, but they took the main core story of Alita and literally page for page was in this movie. Everything from the manga was in this movie. And like I said, after reading the manga and watching this movie, I'm like, man, this is accurate. Like, I've never been so pleased and happy with a film before that. Literally, just like, I felt like I was watching the manga come to life. I felt like I was watching all the pages from the manga and all the pages from the anime come to life. I literally felt that, and I was so pleased with all the details. And I think if you are someone who read the manga growing up and watched the movie, or not even growing up, if you read the manga and you watch the anime and you watch the animated movie, when you watch this film, you will enjoy it more. I feel like if you didn't know some of those, details and how the story goes, then I don't think you would have enjoyed the movie that much. I think there's some cool action sequences that you could like, but as a fan of the series, and like I said, I literally spent the last month reading this thing, so I didn't even read anything from Alita before the month passed. So like, as a fan, as someone who became a fan of this series, watching this movie was so amazing, and it was so rewarding. The fan service was just amazing. All the details, the main plot of the story, Zapan, the grind cutters, Alita and her berserker body, the panzer cuts, everything. Every single detail about Alita was just represented in this movie. And Rosa Salazar did an amazing job playing Alita, adding some personality and adding just that flavor to the character, man. Like, I can't tell you how amazing it was as a fan watching this film. I enjoyed it so much, man, because they got everything right, man. I can't wait to watch this movie again. I just really honestly just can't wait to watch this movie again. It was just so amazingly done. Now the soundtrack was done by Junkie XL, and that was really great as well. But the thing is, I don't know if you don't know anything about Alita, I'm not sure if you'll enjoy the movie as much as I did. Because I was able to pick out some Easter eggs and pick out some things from the film that were related to the manga, I was able to enjoy it more because I just felt the fan service. And this is the minor, guys, literally, they got so much minor details from the manga and represented in this movie. Like, certain things I won't talk about because of spoilers, but certain minor details that you didn't think that they will put into the movie, they did that. Certain little scenes or pictures or just little things that was laying out in the corner of the road, they put that in the film. I'm like, man, and remember, the manga came out in the 90s, so the way how they envisioned the future was slightly different. So I like how they modernized a lot of the stuff with Zalem and the cyborgs, and just the graphics in this movie was just, everyone was just, you see, the thing is, everyone's talking about, like, they don't like how Alita looks, her eyes are too big, and the CGI. Guys, like I said, if you read the manga and you've seen the movie, like, you're seen the animated movie, you'll understand why her eyes are like that, why she looks like that, why she has big eyes, why. You'll understand more about the character and you'll enjoy it more. Trust me, guys. So I think if you're going into this movie, read the first 3 volumes of Alita. You don't have to read the whole series, but if you can find the time to read the first 3 volumes of the manga, then go into the movie. I feel like you'll enjoy it so much more. Now, like I said, I don't know how someone who who doesn't know all this information, if they will like the movie. I really don't know if they will. We'll just have to wait and, like, you'll just have to go and see that for yourself to figure that out. Now, rating it as a film, there were some script moments that were just like, it could touched up a little bit on some of the script with some parts. Some of the acting here and there was just kind of, It wasn't bad. It wasn't, like, horrible where it was just detestable and you couldn't, like, enjoy, what you were watching. It wasn't detestable at all. But for the most part, guys, the movie as a film, I think, did its job. It told a story. It gave some backstory. It set up the character. It explained the character relatively okay. And obviously, like I said, if you read the manga, you'll know more information about the character, which kind of helped me fill in some of the gaps that was in the movie because I already knew what was going on. For a lot of the stuff. So it's like the progression was done well, the pacing was very good. For me, by the time they got to the end of the movie, I was like, no. And guys, remember, this movie's 2 hours and 30 something minutes, right? So by the time they got to the end of this film, I felt like it was just starting. I'm like, no, why are they ending it here? They're ending it at the good part. I'm like, oh, man, why? I was like, why are they doing this to me? But guys, they're working on a sequel. I can't wait for the sequel. It's going to be man, it's going to be so amazing, man. They got so much stuff right with this movie. And like I said, as someone who's read the manga and seen all the source material, they did an amazing job with this film, and I think this film was amazing. I would rate this movie, honestly, a 9 out of 10. For my first viewing, I would watch it again and see how I feel after that, because for Aquaman, when I saw it, was 9 out of 10, and then when I saw it a couple more times, it kind of brought it down a little bit, but not too much. It was still over 6. It was like, I got like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. So, as of right now in this video, I'm rating the movie a 9 out of 10. And I would say go watch the movie, man. Even if you, because I was interested in Alita before I even heard that there was a manga for it. So I feel like if you were already interested in seeing this movie, that you'll like it anyway. I just feel like you'll enjoy it more if you read the source material. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, man. I'm doing this in my car. I do these car reviews every now and again. So thank you so much for watching. Go watch Alita. And yeah, man, just I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Cloudmaster out.